This video is about resource guarding. If you want to see the full videos, come over to Patreon. So you've seen part 1, part 2, part 3 with John in the conservatory. I've addressed the problem with the dog in the conservatory. Now I'm going to change the mindset of the dog. I'm going to take the dog out and I'm going to use the placeboard out the back. Now the reason I'm going to use the placeboard out the back is I'm going to elevate the dog. As the dog's jumping onto the placeboard, we want the dog to not be thinking about protecting and being aggressive with the retrieve. We're going to change the mindset. So we've conditioned the dog in the conservatory. We're now going to take the dog out, and by using the elevated platform, we're going to play the gameplay again with the dog and see if the dog has got over the point of saying, I want to be aggressive. If he wants to be aggressive, I will address the issue. I will not dismiss it. The dog has got to stop this behavior at this point. But because you're not bending down and taking the retrieve off the dog, where the dog has had that little bit of success of backing people off when it's being aggressive, by elevating it and bringing it onto the placeboard, the dog is going, this is a great game.
Put the ball in his mouth. Put it in his mouth. Come here. Good lad. Dead. 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 Dead.
Like that.
Yeah, but what I did, I controlled it.
Yeah.
And I said to him, you bite, you're going to hurt yourself.
Yeah.
Because I tucked his lips into the back of his mouth. I can't have the dog doing that.
So this carries a warning. Do not try this at home. This dog had to be handled by someone who knew exactly what they're doing. Every body movement of that dog made so much difference of me reading it. It's knowing how to control that situation. Do not try that without someone who knows what they're talking about. You will get yourself bit.
Into you. Hey!
Oi!
Tell him to come in.
Come here.
And you go to him. That's it. No, that's your dominance, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's no problem. Sort that out in a minute. No problem. So, sit up. Right. So, see the drive?
Yeah.
You've got to control that drive.
Yeah.
And what happens? Look at his tail now. Look.
Yeah.
See the dominance. Come here.
So there the dog shows me signs of exactly what the dog's really like. The confidence is coming out in the dog and he shows his true colours. Look at the problem. Look at the dog. He's trying to mug John as John's talking. Look, he's trying to dictate the situation. He's trying to own that game. He can't be allowed to do that. It's a fine example of a dog trying to take over.
Send him.
Get out.
Watch. Come here. Good lad. Come here. Good lad.
At that point, I've had to use firm correction on the dog. It is an unacceptable behaviour.
I'm the dominant one.
Yeah.
I'm the one who's going to dominate this situation if you want to be funny with me.
Yeah.
If you want to be friendly with me, we'll play the game.
Yeah.
So I'm taking away something that he wants.
Yeah.
I'm making him earn it.
So let's look at the movement of the dog. The dog is focused on the ball, goes when told. I'm using the long line to control the dog with pressure and release, teaching pressure and release. The dog's come past me, doesn't want to give it to me, look, wants to be slightly dominant. And I've now asked the dog to come in, and when he didn't come in, I give a leash tug, look, just one slight leash tug. In he comes, but look how he turns his head away. He turns his head away to say, I'm not handing it to you, I'm not happy to give it to you, but he's not being as aggressive, but he's growling at me. And at that point, I give a leash tug, I take it off him, and I say to him, end of the fight. You surrender to me.
On purpose. Get out. Right. Good lad. Here. So I guide. Mind your feet. Just guide. Good lad. Good lad. No growling.
No.
No growling, because he sees me now as a leader, and yet a fair leader. Because I'm saying to him, I can be friendly with you, but I can also be dominant if you don't give it up when I ask you to. Get out. The drive he's got is fantastic. Good lad. Good lad.
Yeah, nice.
Beautiful. Straight up. And repeat the exercise. Throw it down there. And he's not allowed to go till you tell him. Try and get it on this grass here if you can then.
Sit up.
That's it. Send him.
Get out.
Back into you. There, lovely. Did you see how he came up with it?
Yeah.
See how he came up with that? He's learning for association. The game will continue if I play the game under those rules.
Get out.
Lovely.